Welcome back into Delmarva Sports Insider. Guys, we ran through some of the Bayside South teams. The rest will come obviously later this week. Now it's time to shift our focus up to the north. You know, we can't forget about the teams up there. One of the dynasties of that league.
Has been,
they've really undergone some massive roster overhaul. Last year, North Carolina went undefeated in the regular season before losing in the first round of the playoffs to Kent Island. Now let's check in with Coach James McCormick and his squad up in the Ridge.
Ready! There we go.
Out with the old and in with the new. Next man up is the motto this year for the North Carolina football team. After losing most of their squad to graduation, the Bulldogs will look to continue as the powerhouse of the Bayside North.
We got some good, young, talented kids who have been working hard in the weight room in the summer and the off season, and they're going to come up to varsity, and we're hoping that they get up to varsity speed pretty quick and get after it.
There's no more Jamion Franklin or David Bailey Jr. leading the way. Now it's in the hands of a new set of talent, like one of the most sought-after juniors in the state of Maryland, Kendron Wayman.
Just got to step up and win it, just like they did, because that's how they want us to be. I think we're going to have a big season. I mean, we came back, we hungry, we want it.
But no matter who's under center, kicking field goals, or picking off a pass, one thing remains true for this team.
We got a lot of guys that have fun hanging out with each other, being around each other in the locker room, out, hanging out at each other's house. I think that team camaraderie is a big part of having success.
North Carolina will open up their season on Friday, August 31st against Y-High. Jonah Restuccio, 47 ABC.
Now losing your starting quarterback, and obviously, like we said, Jamion Franklin and David Bailey Jr., along with a good chunk of your skilled players on both sides of the ball. Jeff, not really easy to replace.
I said it was the first time I saw this piece, and I said to you guys during it, I said, are they running fades to the corner in practice? I mean, it kind of speaks to the level in which, Coach McCormick, obviously coaches this team. They're running fades in the corner first week of training camp. I mean, I can't wait to see what this team looks like in 3 weeks.
Yeah, no matter what you guys say, I mean, replacing guys like Jamion Franklin and David Bailey is just massive, and it's going to be really hard for North Carolina to do. So I'm interested to see how they fare out this season. Start the year off with Y-High in about 3 weeks now, so that should be pretty interesting. Now to the team that shocked North Carolina last year in the first round for Kent Island. Every year serves as a positive one, but the Bucks are coming off a regional final run, which included ending North Carolina's undefeated season. So we took the trip to Stevensville to see the Bucks in 2018.
It was a 2017 season to remember for Kent Island. A regional finals appearance, but now it's 2018. And with all but 4 touchdowns returning from last year, it'll be a fresh set of faces putting points on the board.
Well, we always say it's high school football and you're going to lose people. You should lose people. They're off doing bigger and better things. We have a lot of skilled guys who have the potential to fill the gap there.
What the Bucks do have and have been known for in this area is their depth in the trenches.
1, 2, 3, go!
Well, our strengths right now, schematically or player-wise, is definitely up front our offensive and defensive lines. A lot of returners and a lot of young guys who are pushing some returners who really have to fight for their spots.
One of those returners is senior Kayshawn Tomlinson, who's passing down one intangible lesson he learned from the seniors before him.
Just showing them that they don't have that much time left. I mean, the years blink like that. I mean, they go by really fast. So I'm already in my senior year. Felt like I was just a freshman playing football. So I don't know, just make sure they work as hard as they possibly can and go out here and have fun and playing football while they can.
Now, Kent Island lost some really good players last year, but it seems like no matter what they lose every single year, they always reload. And, folks, that is what you call a program.
Yeah, and the thing about it, I mean, I'm really impressed by some of these pieces because you see how these teams are training, and it's only the first week of training camp. You know, not to compare different levels of teams, but we see the teams up north, we see the teams down south. So I don't think it's any surprise that you saw the battle in the playoffs between North Carolina and Kent Island last year. I mean, we see it right here firsthand.
Now, let's just stress something. Kent Island put up about, let's say, 30 points a game. they return only 28 points total from last year. 4 touchdowns, and one
So-
of them was from a third-string running back.
Somebody is going to take over
Yes.
in that program. I'm confident Coach Ferragamo, his guys got that.
There's always somebody waiting in the midst of that team.
Yes.
And that all but wraps up our football coverage for this week. We'll have, of course, more throughout the week and next week on DSI. But we got to stick it. We got a few more blocks to get to. Coming up after the break, a lot of fish flying around in Ocean City this week for the 45th annual White Marlin Open. We bring you out to OC next, right here on Delmarva Sports Insider.
This is Damian Ferragamo, head football coach at Kent Island High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.